Hello students, I am Rima Shaha. Today I will teach you one of the most important reactions of organic chemistry named Shapiro reaction. So here in this video, I will explain how to identify this reaction, what is the mechanism of this reaction. I will share some previous year examples. At the same time, I will tell you the tricks about how to solve this reaction easily without doing the whole mechanism. See, to be very honest, in the examination hall, we won't be having that much amount of time to solve the whole mechanism. So we need to know the tricks for that, and I will share the trick with you. So before doing all these things, let me tell you why should we learn this reaction, why this is so important. Well, this is a very common question to any of the competitive level examinations of chemistry, mostly CSIR, NET and GATE. And it is a popular question for the interviewers as well, because there is another reaction named Bamford-Stevens reaction, which is quite similar to Shapiro reaction. So people often mix up these two reactions. So for that, we need to learn Shapiro reaction at first very carefully. So let me start with the key points of Shapiro reaction. So what is the substrate of the reaction? Substrate is tosyl hydrazone. So what is tosyl hydrazone? This is tosyl hydrazine, PHSO2. This group is tosyl group and the molecule is tosyl hydrazine molecule. When this molecule reacts with any keto group, it will form tosyl hydrazone followed by elimination of a water molecule. Now what is the reagent of this reaction? Reagent is strong organic bases like alkyl lithium, Grignard reagent, etc. Now notice one thing very carefully. Weak inorganic bases like sodium methoxide, sodium ethoxide, potassium hydroxide, these cannot be used as reagent of Shapiro reaction because these are the reagents of Bamford-Stevens reactions. Okay. Now what is the product of this reaction? Product is alkene but kinetically controlled product. That means less substituted alkene. In case of Bamford-Stevens reactions, we will get more substituted alkene or TCP or thermodynamically controlled product. So now let me tell you what should be the number equivalent of base for Shapiro reaction. Here we will be using 2 equivalent of base, whereas in case of Bamford-Stevens reaction we will use only 1 equivalent of base. So by using this point we will be able to distinguish these two reactions. Okay. Now another important characteristics of Shapiro reaction is at the end of the reaction a nucleophilic center will be generated. So these are the basics of Shapiro reaction. Now let me explain the mechanism of Shapiro reaction at first. So see, a keto group is there, tosyl hydrazine is there, and 2 equivalent of base, 2 equivalent of butyl lithium is there. So these hints are sufficient enough to identify that this is nothing but Shapiro reaction. So what will happen first? At first, tosyl hydrazone formation will take place. So this is tosyl hydrazone. Now when the first equivalent of butyl lithium will be added, it will abstract the most acidic proton. Now which is most acidic proton in this system? Of course this NH proton is most acidic. Why? Because this NH hydrogen atom is attached with an electronegative nitrogen atom. At the same time, tosyl group has some electron withdrawing inductive effect, that is minus I effect. So this NH proton is most acidic proton here. So butyl lithium will abstract this proton only at the very first attempt. Now after proton abstraction, this negative charge will delocalize throughout the system. Why? Because delocalization increases stability of the system, we all know. So after delocalization, this carbanion will form. Now this carbanion will remain attached with a lithium ion just in order to neutralize the charge of the system. So this is the system we got till now. Now when this second equivalent of butyl lithium will be added, now you tell me which proton will be abstracted, which one is most acidic proton in this system. See, I have marked a proton with pink color here. Now this proton is attached with electron donating group, that is methyl group. It has a plus I effect, electron donating inductive effect, and obviously this plus I effect decreasing the acidity of this proton. So this proton is not most acidic here, rather either of these two protons, red colored protons are most acidic protons here. So either of these two protons will be abstracted by second equivalent of base. So after proton abstraction, again a carbanion will be generated and again it will be delocalized throughout the system. And look at this step very carefully, because after delocalization here a nitrogen molecule will be eliminated, followed by elimination of tosyl lithium. Okay, so this is the final product of this reaction. A double bond will be placed at left side of CLI bond, that is at the less substituted side of CLI bond. Okay, so this is the less substituted alkene or kinetically controlled product. So I hope the mechanism is clear. Okay, let me explain the tricks. Once we are able to identify that this is Shapiro reaction, do two things. At first, convert this C double bond O to CLI bond. Then, next what we will do? We will place double bond, C double bond C, to the less substituted side of CLI bond. That means, we will place the double bond to the left side here, because here the left side of CLI bond is less substituted, right side is substituted, because in the right side there is a methyl group. Okay, so it is substituted side. Double bond won't be placed at the substituted side in case of Shapiro reaction. So this is the final product of Shapiro reaction. This is less substituted alkene or kinetically controlled product. Okay, so I hope by using these tricks only we will be able to solve the reactions without doing the whole mechanism, although mechanism is also very important for our understanding. Okay, so here are some extension of Shapiro reaction. You have to tell me the product A, B and C. Okay, see, I have already discussed about product A. It is nothing but Shapiro reaction. So I have told you that at the end of the reaction a nucleophilic center will be generated, right? See, we all know that CLI bond is very ionic. So this will basically exist as C minus Li plus form. Now this C minus can act as a nucleophile if any further electrophile is present in the system. Okay, so in HCHO, that see that this carbonyl carbon atom is electrophilic carbon. So simply a nucleophilic addition reaction will take place. So this is the final product B. And a similar type of reaction will occur in case of C as well, because in DMF, dimethyl formamide, there is also an electrophilic carbon atom, that is carbonyl carbon atom. So similarly a nucleophilic addition will take place. So this is the final product C. Okay, I hope this is clear. Fine. So now I have a question for you. This is a previous year question of CSIR NET. I although don't remember the exact year, but this is a previous year question of NET. So you have to tell me about product A and B. Well, I can give you some tricks. I can give you some hints about this reaction. So in the first step, this is Shapiro reaction followed by nucleophilic addition reaction. I have already discussed about first step. And in the second step, this CH3COET whole 3, this will be acting as a base, and propanoic acid is source of proton or source of H+. Okay, and heating is there. That means a pericyclic reaction can take place. Here specifically a 3,3 sigmatropic reaction will take place. So I hope by using these hints you will be able to solve this reaction. Okay, so I hope this video will be helpful for you. Thank you for watching this video. Happy learning.